Energize family, my name is Jessica. I have Ursula and Ashley with me today. We're gonna be doing some yoga sculpt. So you need 1 or 2 sets of weights for yoga sculpt. Also grab some water and a towel, possibly. So let's get started. Let's start in child's pose. So bringing your forehead to the mat, extending those arms out in front of you, really opening up those knees. Let's take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of our mouth, letting go of that stale air. And let's do it again. Inhale through your nose, exhale out of that mouth. Now from here, let's puppy dog those hands over to the right side of that mat. So we're getting a good stretch here from our fingertips all the way down to our left hip. Once again, keeping that forehead on that mat. And now slowly, let's puppy dog those hands over to the left side of that mat. Now getting that good stretch all down the right side of our body, from those fingertips all the way down to our hips. And slowly from here, let's come back to that neutral child's pose. Maybe reaching a little bit further on that mat, maybe opening up those knees just a tiny bit further. One more time, let's take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of that mouth. And now slowly from here, we're gonna bring ourselves up to a tabletop pose. So our hands are gonna be shoulder width distance apart, knees are gonna be hip width distance apart. Take an inhale through our nose. As we exhale, let's come to cow pose. So we're gonna bring that gaze to the front of the room, a slight dip in that spine. And then slowly from here, inhale, bring ourselves up to that cat pose, chin into your chest, looking at that belly, rounding that spine. And then slowly from here, come back to that cow pose, face to the front of that room. And one more time, inhale, bring yourself up to that cat pose, really bringing that spine up to that sky. And now let's go ahead and move within cow and cat on our own here. Go at your own pace. If you wanna go ahead and maybe move your hips right and left while you're here, or if you wanna roll those shoulders back a couple times, go ahead, take your time. Now whenever you're ready, let's come back to that neutral tabletop pose. From here, we're gonna bring that right arm out in front of us. Go ahead and bring that left leg behind, holding it here, strong core. Take an inhale, go ahead and bring that elbow into that knee, bringing that spine up to that sky, and slowly let's bring it back out. Let's go a little bit quicker here, bring it in and out for 3, 2, and let's do one more. Bring it in, back out. Slowly bring ourselves back to that tabletop pose. Let's do the other side. Go ahead and bring that left arm out, right leg behind. Inhale, bring that elbow into that knee, bring that spine up to that sky. Bring it back out. Let's bring it back in. Let's do it 3 more times for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and come back to that neutral tabletop pose. Now from here, we're gonna bring ourselves to a forearm plank. So go ahead and bring yourselves down to a forearm plank. Strong core here. We're gonna warm up that core, those obliques. So now from here, we're gonna just dip those hips from side to side. So go right and left, right and left. Strong core, keeping those hips up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and push yourself back into a child's pose, stretching out that back. Let's take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of that mouth. Now slowly from here, let's go ahead and bring ourselves up to a full plank. So bringing those hips up. We're gonna go into a military press, so go ahead and bring your arms down and then push yourself back up. So bringing it down to your forearms, pushing through those palms, working those shoulders, working those abs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, ladies. Go ahead and push yourself back into that child's pose. One more time, pushing those hips back. Now slowly from here, let's go ahead and tuck those toes under. Let's bring ourselves to a downward facing dog. Bring those hips up to that sky. Go ahead and pedal out those feet right and left, right and left. Now slowly from here, go ahead and jump those feet in between those hands. Make sure those feet are hip width distance apart. Go ahead and grab opposite hand to opposite elbow in ragdoll pose and just sway from right to left. letting go of any tension in that neck. And now slowly bring those heels together, release those arms, and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring ourselves up to mountain pose, reaching those arms up to that sky. Take an inhale. As we exhale, let's go into a small back bend here. Open up that chest. Inhale, back to that mountain pose, into a forward fold. From here, inhale, halfway lift, hands are on those shins, strong back, into a chaturanga, an upward facing dog, taking your time. Tucking those toes under, bringing those hips up to that sky for that down dog. Pedal out those feet one more time, right and left, right and left. Let's jump those feet in between those hands. Bring those heels together, slowly rolling ourselves up, vertebrae by vertebrae, mountain pose, bringing those arms up to that sky. Inhale, exhale, tiny back bend here, opening up that chest. Back to that mountain pose, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands are on those shins. And now into that chaturanga, that upward facing dog, take your time. And then tucking those toes under, downward facing dog, bringing those hips up to that sky. Now from here, go ahead and jump those feet in between those hands. And while we're down here, let's grab a set of weights. So either your lighter set or your heavier set. I would say start off with the lighter set. So we're gonna go into a chair pose. So our weight is in our heels. Go ahead and press those weights, shoulders and up. Take an inhale, go ahead and bring those shoulders back. Bring those arms back. Strong triceps here. And go ahead and bring it back to that chair pose, shoulders and up. Inhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift here. So this is just like a deadlift, strong back. Now release those weights. Let's go into that chaturanga, that upward facing dog, into that down dog. Bringing those hips up to that sky. Now from here, let's bring that right leg up high, strong right leg, strong right glute, and then go ahead and bring that right knee over, so bend that right knee over, opening up that hip. Now slowly extend that right leg, bring that right foot in between those hands, grab those weights, bring those weights shoulders and up, crescent pose. Now inhale, warrior two, so bringing those arms out to your side, a slight bend in those elbows here. And reverse that warrior, right arm up to that sky. Now pull those weights in, pivot yourself, release those weights onto that mat. Let's go into that nasty chaturanga. And that upward facing dog, into that down dog. Bringing those hips up to that sky. Go ahead and bring that left leg up this time. Strong left leg, strong left glute. Now go ahead and bend that left leg over. Really opening up that hip. Now go ahead and straighten out that left leg. Bring that left foot in between those hands. Grab those weights. Crescent pose, shoulders and up. Inhale, let's go into warrior two, shoulders and out. A slight bend in those elbows here in that warrior. Maybe get a little bit lower in that lunge. And now reverse that warrior, shoulder and up. Now pull the weights in, pivot ourselves, release those weights. Let's go into that chaturanga. That upward facing dog, into that down dog, taking your time, bringing those hips up to that sky. Good job, ladies. Go ahead and jump those feet in between those hands. Grab those weights again. We're gonna do a little bit of arm exercises here. So go ahead and bring yourself up to a chair pose. Bring those arms up to that sky. Perfect. And then go ahead and bring those weights back down to your sides. And then we're gonna stand up nice and tall. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. We're gonna work some shoulders here. So we're gonna face those palms out. We're gonna have a slight bend in our elbows. We're gonna do around the worlds. So we're gonna bring those weights up and then bring them back down. So just around the world here, working those shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, let's do one more. Bring it up, bring it back down. Perfect. So we're still facing those palms out in front of us. Let's do some front raises. So we're gonna bring those weights up to about shoulder height, bring it back down. So a slight bend in those elbows as you bring it up, bring it down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it up and pulse it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Holding it up about shoulder height here. Pulse it. Feel that burn for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it out to the side. Keep pulsing it. Pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Let's bring it out to the front. Here we go. Pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and put those weights down. Let's give our arms a little bit of a break here. Grab the heavier set of weights. Let's work some legs. We're gonna work a little bit of quads, some glutes here. So grab the heavier set. We're gonna start with some split squats. So go ahead and bring your right foot forward. Bring that left foot behind. Keeping those weights at your sides. Here we go. So we're gonna bring it down and up. Down and up. So squeezing that left glute when you bring it up. Down, up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's pulse it here. Pulse, pulse. Feel that burn. Working those glutes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's switch sides. Go ahead and bring that right leg behind, left foot forward. Here we go. So bring it down and up, down and up. Squeezing that right glute when you come up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's pulse it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Feel that burn. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's do one more leg exercise here. Go ahead and bring those weights to your heart center. Bring those feet out nice and wide. Let's do some sumo squats. So we're just gonna squat it down and back up. So really putting the weight into those heels, bring it back up, squeezing those glutes when you come up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it down at the bottom here. Pulse it, get low. That upper body is nice and tall here. Squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, put those weights down. So we're gonna go into a sequence. We're gonna be going into our sculpting series. So we're gonna be doing some upper body and lower body. So grab the set of weights you wanna use for both. Maybe start with the lighter set. It's always a good bet. All right, so let's start with chair pose. So we're gonna bring those weights, shoulders and up. Sitting into that chair. Now slightly, let's just bring those arms back, airplane those arms. Let's do some tricep kickbacks. So we're gonna bring it in and out, in and back. Squeezing those triceps. Those arms are nice and controlled here, keeping those elbows right next to your body. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it back. Let's face those palms up to that sky and pulse it. Pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to that chair pose. Shoulders and up. Take it, inhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift here, just like a deadlift. Now release those weights. Let's go into that chaturanga. Taking your time. Inhale and exhale as you come up to that down dog. Good job, ladies. All right, let's go ahead and bring that right leg up high. Strong right leg, strong glute. Now go ahead and bring that right foot in between those hands. Let's grab those weights. Shoulders and up. Crescent pose. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and bring those weights together, keeping those elbows right next to your ears. We're gonna do some tricep extensions with some split squats. So you're just gonna bring it down and up. So nice and controlled, really keeping those elbows right next to the ears. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's come back to that crescent pose. Take it, inhale. Let's go into warrior 2. So shoulders and out, a nice bend in those elbows. Get a little bit lower in that lunge. Now go ahead and bring those elbows right next to that body. We're gonna work some rotator cuffs. So just bring it in and out, in and out. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's go ahead and bring it back to that warrior 2. Now reverse that warrior, bring that right arm up to that sky. Pull those weights in, pivot yourself, release those weights. Let's go into that chaturanga, that upward dog, into that down dog. Good job, ladies. Bringing those hips up to that sky. Let's bring that left leg up high, strong left leg, strong glute. Go ahead and bring that left foot in between those hands. Grab those weights. Let's go shoulders and up. Now as we're here, stay in that lunge. Go ahead and bring those arms back. Let's airplane those arms to the back of the room. Let's work those tricep kickbacks again. So we're gonna bring it in and back. In and back. Nice and controlled. Elbows right next to that torso. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those arms back. Face those palms up to that sky, working those triceps again. So just pulse it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and bring those arms back up. Stay in that squat or in that lunge position. Bring those elbows together. Bring those weights together. We're gonna do those split squats with the tricep extension. So let's bring it down and up, down and up. Once again, really keeping those elbows right next to those ears. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and come back to that crescent pose. Take an inhale into warrior 2, shoulders and out. Go ahead and bring those elbows right next to that torso. Let's work those rotator cuffs to bring it in and out. Nice and controlled. Get a little bit lower in that lunge. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to that warrior 2, shoulders and out. Reverse that warrior. Bring that left arm up to that sky. Pull those weights in, pivot yourself, release those weights. Let's go into that last and final chaturanga. No more chaturangas after this. That upward dog, into that down dog, bringing those hips up to that sky. Great job, ladies. All right, so we're gonna be on the mat the rest of class. So go ahead and take a seat on that mat. We're just gonna work a little bit of glutes, a little bit of abs, and then we'll stretch. Almost there. So go ahead and grab your heavier set of weights, because we're gonna work some glutes. So you're gonna put the heavier set of weights, let me grab these 5s. We're gonna put them onto our hips here. We're gonna lay ourselves down. Make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart. We're gonna do some glute bridges. So laying yourself down. Now from here, that back is nice and flat. Let's go ahead and bring those hips up to that sky and bring it back down. So up and down, pushing through those heels. Make sure you're breathing. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, ladies. And we're gonna go into frog pumps, so go ahead and make sure the bottoms of your feet are touching, your heels are gonna be touching, your weight is still on your hips. Here we go. We're gonna push those hips up and down. So still working those glutes. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it up and pulse it. Hold those glutes up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Feel that burn. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's keep one dumbbell, keep one. So as we're here, let's go ahead and sit ourselves up onto our tailbones. We're gonna do some Russian twists. So you're sitting on your tailbone. Go ahead and bring those feet up. Your knees are gonna be bent. So from here, we're just gonna bring the dumbbell side to side, working those obliques. Inhaling through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So stay here on your tailbone. Go ahead and bring that weight around. So just bring a circle around your legs. Go one direction, and then we'll switch in a second. Once again, inhale through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. For 4, 3, 2, and reverse it. Go the other way. Almost there. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise, put that weight down. Let's go into some bicycle crunches. So let's go ahead and lay ourselves down. Bring those hands behind your head. Bring those elbows nice and wide. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Here we go. So side to side. Working those obliques one more time. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and lay yourself down. Bring those knees into your chest. Grab onto those knees. Bring yourself into a tiny ball position, and then just go ahead and rock yourself right and left on that mat, massaging that lower spine. Now, as we're here, go ahead and grab onto that right knee, extend that left leg onto that mat, pulling that right knee into your torso, into your chest. And now slowly from here, go ahead and bring that right knee over that body, allowing that right knee to hang over. Extend those arms out to your sides, bringing your gaze to that right palm, getting that good stretch in that lower back and those hips. And now very slowly, let's go ahead and switch sides. So let's bring that left knee into our chest, extend that right leg onto that mat, pulling that left knee into our body. And let's go ahead and bring that left knee over our body, extending those arms out to our sides, bringing that gaze to that left palm. Slowly, let's go ahead and bring those knees back into our chest, grabbing onto those knees, going into a figure 4. We're gonna bring that right ankle over that left knee, interlacing those fingers behind that left leg, pulling that left leg closer to our body. And if you wanna do some small circles with that right ankle, go ahead and go one way, and go the other direction. And now let's switch sides. Bring that left ankle over that right knee, interlacing those fingers behind that right leg, pulling that right leg closer to our body. And once again, if you want to make those small circles with that ankle, go one way, and go the other direction. Now slowly from here, extend those arms onto that mat. So go ahead and do a full body stretch, extending those arms, extending those legs. Let's all take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of that mouth. Relaxing those shoulders onto that mat. And now slowly, let's bring those arms down to our sides for that final Shavasana. We're gonna face those palms up to that sky. Relaxing our thoughts, relaxing our mind. Once again, relaxing those shoulders onto that mat. Relaxing the muscles in our face. Go ahead and wiggle out those fingertips, wiggle out those toes. Whenever you are ready, just go ahead and roll yourself onto your right side into the fetal position. You're going to use that right arm as a pillow. So I'll take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of that mouth. And now whenever you are ready, let's slowly and carefully push yourself up into a seated position onto that mat. Bringing those hands up to that heart center. Go ahead and close your eyes. Once again, let's all take an inhale through our nose, exhale out of that mouth. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm so happy that I could teach this class to everyone. Go out and spread love and joy into this world. Bring those hands up to that third eye center. Namaste.